let me tell you about my favorite watch. So, this is a test, and welcome to the first live stream on this channel. And we're gonna be going over my little video review of the Hamilton Khaki watch. And it's funny how this watch came into. Well, now that you know it's a real test because my boiler is going on in the background, but let's keep on going. So I made this video. This is one of my first watch videos, and I really didn't know. I didn't really care too much about watches. I mean, I've had average watches in the past. I was gifted a Citizen solar watch that I really liked until the battery went dead. I had it replaced at a watch store, and then the battery went dead again rather quickly, and it just never. So I just have it sitting in a drawer here. It still looks good, but it just doesn't work because the battery and the model just went out of style. So I don't know why I save it. Maybe one day I'll just get rid of it to somebody who knows how to fix it. But this watch came to me by accident. So during the lockdown, this is Hex Tennis Reviews. I do product reviews on this channel. My main channel is Hex Tennis. It's a little bit of tennis based, but I also do random other videos, a lot of home DIY and stuff. But so this watch came into my possession by luck and a misfortune by someone else, because during the pandemic I went to tennis courts in the local park that was kind of shut down because everybody was in lockdown, and it was kind of frowned upon going to play tennis outdoors. But I went anyway, and I went to go hit on a wall that was in the park. Nobody around. It was like a ghost town, pretty eerie. And when I was done hitting balls and the ball rolled to the edge of the wall, and I went to go pick it up to pack it up and go home, and I saw at the corner of the wall this watch lying on the floor, and I was like, whoa, that looks like a nice watch. I go pick it up, look at it. Right away I could tell it's a very nice watch, and I picked it up. I looked around, and nobody's around. I mean, the place is usually a very busy park. So I hung around for a little bit, and I thought about turning it into lost and found, but everything's on lockdown. I probably would have gotten in trouble by the parks people if they saw me there, so I just said, you know what, I guess finders keepers. If I ever go back to the park and I see a sign saying, hey, everybody see a watch and whatnot, but there's nowhere to leave a sign, nobody to maintain a sign. The guy that watches the park there in the booth is not there. It's just lockdown. So the watch is mine, and I take it home and I look it up because I say, man, I never heard of this watch. I'm not really a watch guy, but it looks nice. I mean, especially what was impressive was the back open face, and I just really never realized that watches were fancy like that to have a clear back open face. So I look it up, and right away I start seeing the prices, $500-$600 range, and I was like, whoa, man, I found myself a nice watch. And during that process of researching, I find out a little bit of history about it. You know, it has a cult following and it's well made, and it's Swiss movement, which I didn't realize that was a thing, you know. And yeah, I kind of like the watch. I started wearing it, and I started going down the rabbit hole of watch videos, and and then I start seeing videos from this guy in this company called Timepiece Gentleman, and boy, I got hooked on the information, the watches, the flash, and the videos were really well done, and it was pretty entertaining. It was during pandemic lockdown, watching a lot of YouTube. Business was slow, even though I was still open. I had a lot of downtime at work, so I was just watching videos and getting into watch videos. Then I started learning about Rolexes and all these other watches out there, and seeing it was the peak of the market. People were going crazy. I guess they had their pandemic money, and people just thought watches were the new crypto and going nuts. So then I get hooked on this Timepiece Gentleman, and it was before all the drama started. And if you're in the watch circles, you might know about this guy Anthony Ferreira and what's happened in the last year or two. And I got caught up in watching that and got hooked, and boy, that was like a Spanish soap opera, except it had more drama. And of course, I started doing sales with affiliate marketing with Amazon, and this watch wasn't really on Amazon at the time, or I didn't notice. And then I said, you know what? Let me make a video, and I saw it on Amazon, and I listed it with an affiliate link to Amazon, and I started having sales come in for my video as an Amazon influencer, and this was selling pretty good. I mean, I get about maybe one sale every other day, and to me that's a lot, you know. So I joined the Facebook group for Hamilton watches and seen all the different kind of watches, and this, I still have it. But you know what? The leather strap, I took it off. I wear a cheap $10 NATO strap. Sometimes I put a Velcro strap on it, you know. I play tennis with it. I go hanging out, you know. I try to take care of it, not work on cars with it, you know. I enjoy it. I felt it was a little too small at first. I think it's 38 millimeter, but as soon as I got used to it, I said, you know what? I'm not a big guy. It's probably the right size watch for that size, for that model, for my wrist. So I got used to the size, you know. And then I was just binge watching these damn watch videos, you know. Got into all the big name channels, watching their content, seeing the market go nuts. It's pretty crazy. Then all the drama with Timepiece Gentleman and this guy making some crazy moves, and all the drama that happened. That was just pure entertainment, you know. And then I saw, let me buy a couple of cheap watches and see if I get some sales on my Amazon store, which is a link down in the description. And I started getting into Casio watches. I was like, man, I had a Casio watch like this back in the day. Let's see if we can see my video of my Casio watches. And And I was like, yeah, Casio, let's give it a shot. And then one of my best sellers, Casio watches are still popular. Who knew? Who knew? So then I started buying more Casio watches, entry level, cheap price. Wish I could find my video here. So I got into the Casio watches, and they were good sellers. I sell maybe 4 or 5 Casios a day. You make 50 cents, maybe 90 cents a watch off a sale. But this is every day, multiple times a day. So it brings in a solid money. It turns into passive income once the video is made. I put it up and it's evergreen. And then I bought some other watches that I kind of liked and kind of thought that they'd be good sellers. Not so much. The Casios move. Then I researched another watch, which I wish I could find here. My videos are not popping up. I should have been more prepared with this. But I looked up on YouTube to see what's a good automatic watch entry level price. And I was like, I'm willing to invest to pick up another watch. See, already I'm buying several watches because the influence of the watches. Let's go to Hex Reviews and see the watches. Okay, so then I picked up, based on the YouTube videos of being a great automatic watch for the price, picked up an Orient. Now this watch is like my first real watch that I bought. And I just thought the red dial was stunning, and it's even more stunning in person, and it had a good reputation. It's got a nice weight to it. For a regular poor guy like me, that feels like a nice Rolex style watch. I guess that's what they try to pay homage to with this style, and it's well made. And it just looks awesome in person, and all kinds of lighting, and the luminescent on the hour markings is pretty nice for an entry level automatic watch of this type. Doesn't have to open back, but you know what? For this price, can't complain. Now again, the steel bracelet, I kind of got over it pretty quick. So I went with a rubberized strap aftermarket, not too expensive. Maybe I paid like $15 for it. But boy, it really turned it like into more of a sports watch. Real nice on the wrist to wear, very comfortable. And this was a bigger watch, heavier, bulkier than the Hamilton. So it took me a while to get used to it, but I kind of liked it, it was a good buy. And this one sells. It sells. I listed my video on Amazon, and I get sales maybe every 3 days. And in this price range, even with a low commission rate, it turns into maybe a $4, $5, $6 commission every time it sells. So I believe it nearly paid for itself in about 6 months. So that was a good buy for me. And if they don't buy this one, they get the blue dial, the other different kind color dials. It sells pretty good on Amazon. And the Hamilton and the Casios, constant sellers, very popular. I tried some other off-brand budget watches, like in the under $30 range. Every once in a while I get a sale, maybe once or twice a week, but all of it adds up little by little, you know. And these watches are going to be around for a while. And to me, it's like evergreen content. So, this time expedition, I made a short about it. And this does pretty good too. Depends where they place my video on the Amazon page. They move it around, they rotate it. And so sales fluctuate. But this one leads to a lot of different model of the expedition because they got a lot of different types. Leads to a lot of sales of different models. So I still get the commission as long as they buy something in the same category. They could click on the link to this watch and I could make the sale if they buy a different type of watch as long as it's in the watch category. So technically, if they look at this video, they click my link, and then if they go buy a Rolex, I'll get the commission for the Rolex. But that hasn't happened yet. I usually get the same price range, but sometimes you get a little surprise. You get a sale bigger than what you expected. And then this one I've been rocking, the Illuminator, the World Time. This sells okay. It's constant, and it's actually a watch that I like to wear. I wear this all the time, It's a little bit bigger than the other Casios I got, but you get used to it, And the plastic strap or whatever it's made out of is pretty comfortable. So it's an easy to wear watch. I find myself grabbing it, throwing it on, heading out the door, and it's a no worry watch. I'm not worried about scratching, losing, banging it around. I kind of feel bad that I ignore the nicer watches because these are so easy to wear, But yeah, I like to mix it up. And this I play tennis a lot with because it doesn't move too much. I could cinch it down a little bit tighter. This way it doesn't pinch my wrist when I swing the racket. And yeah, my go-to easy to wear watches, which I really like. And here I am. I have it on my wrist while I'm playing tennis. And then I could keep track of the court time. And I wore my Hamilton a lot playing tennis and the Orient. I just kind of became a semi-watch guy with these watch videos. And yeah, give me some income too. And definitely lots of views, which I'm trying to build up this channel. And this is why I'm trying to do some live videos. And hopefully I could monetize this channel like I have on my main one. And let me see, this is the Blackout Casio. This is a little bit hard to read if you're not looking directly straight at the numbers. See the way the digits fade away at a little angle, but it's a size in between the regular Casio and a little bit smaller than the World Time. Clear face when you're looking straight at it. I like this one too. I forget where it is. I think it's in another box because I have kind of a mess going on in the house. But yeah, I'm gonna get this one and start wearing it again. This one doesn't sell as much. Maybe every 10 days I sell one. But still, it all adds up. And plus, I have the watch in possession, which I'm enjoying. So, and this big one is the Casio 10-year digital watch. So this one's a big, easy to read. I mean, during tennis, you don't even have to lift it up because you can see the numbers like right by your hip. So it's got a nice size, kind of feels like a G-Shock, and I enjoy this one too. Yeah, this one sells okay. It hasn't sold in a while too much, but it gets lots of views on the channel. So yeah, so it's 2:30 in the morning. I'm testing out this live stream. If you stayed this long, thank you, and hope you support the channel. I want to build it up, and all these products, this is where I put my Amazon review videos on, and I'm gonna try to add some other content just to build up the channel and do some things other than tennis and stuff. So hopefully I'll have some fun, and thanks for staying around if you checked in. And I know this was a Hamilton Khaki video, but I fell down the rabbit hole and started doing reviews and talking about Casio. Hey, it's a watch chat, so hopefully you won't mind. So I'm gonna head on out because it's 2:30 in the morning and I gotta wake up early and get some things done. So thanks for checking it out, and like and subscribe, and see you later.